On the first day of ConBravo, I went to the convention with my aunt and brother. Frankly, they both were very skeptical about going and didn't really like the entire trip so much, but sucks to be them. But at the very moment when we were in line to get our badges, I spotted Tim, otherwise known as Nintendo Capri Sun. I did want to ask for a picture, but I was nervous about it and he kinda did look like he was going somewhere, so I didn't get a picture with him. After getting our badges, we got a map of our dungeon ahead of us, and we made our way to the Breath of the Wild panel on the third floor. There wasn't really a big lineup, and my aunt seemed to very discreetly point out all the geeks and people in cosplay. The Breath of the Wild panel was actually very interesting to me, and I actually learned a few things from it, like the giant horse and horse guard. Frankly, I didn't raise my hand to speak my piece of knowledge on the game, but I was pretty content on just listening. Once it was over, both my aunt and brother weren't very enthusiastic about how the panel went. I think they were more expecting to either play the game or have some sort of learning experience from it. We had 30 minutes before our next panel, so we took our time to explore the marketplace area. Lo and behold, I got me a Team Mystic tee, and my brother got a Team Instinct tee. 30 minutes later, and we were at the Nintendo Switch discussion panel, which I informed them beforehand that it would be similar to the Breath of the Wild panel, and they weren't very pleased about it. After, we were supposed to attend another panel right next door, but I could tell that they were getting pretty bored, so instead we looked at the schedule to see what other things we could have done for a while. We ended up going to the room of recreation, where there are games we could play, which also got my brother excited. Then we made our way to the arena, where they were hosting the Human Hungry Hungry Hippos game. You wouldn't believe who I met there. Mademoiselle Massayanella and Monsieur Chugga Conroy. It's pretty funny on how I found them, but I think there's some background information needed to understand why I was looking for her. I won't go into too much detail, but I had a gift for her. In her Discord at some point, I mentioned that my 3DS battery is a living time bomb, so she contacted me and said she remembers seeing a spare 3DS battery that I can use, and we can trade off gifts when we meet at ConBravo. First, I spotted a certain frog onesie being worn by Zarks, and traced it towards a yellow plush, none other than Pikachu. And the only person who would have a Pikachu on their head was Masay. I met with her and exchanged gifts with her, and I'm so happy she loves it. My gift to her was a painting of the waterfall castle view from Undertale, and a smaller painting of a bunch of bananas, more so of a joke present about her Discord. I didn't want to take up too much of their time, so I sort of just slinked my way to film the arena where my brother and aunt were participating in the Hungry Hungry Hippos game. But can I just say, I did not expect Jugga to be so freaking tall. And that's intimidating to me. Actually, pretty much all the guys in TRG are very tall, and tall people intimidate me. It might explain why it was easier to talk to Masay more naturally, and since she's only 3 or 5 inches taller. Or that maybe we've been talking through Discord already. But after that, we went to play a few more games, and then we went to get dinner at Pizza Pizza. I actually didn't get pizza because I wasn't really feeling that hungry, so I had chicken patty we brought from home for dinner instead. After, we walked all the way back to the convention center to attend our final panel for the day. Our last panel was called How to Make a Game, which talked about the basics of making a card or board game for people to play. It also talked about the paper bag game jam that would be held at the convention tomorrow. This seemed to be the only panel my aunt enjoyed because it was actually teaching us things. At the end of the panel, we went home, and I finally got to replace my 3DS battery after such a long time of having a literal time bomb battery next to it.